Hello all loonies and normals, my name is Joe Silver, welcome to my channel. This week we're going to be talking about, are remakes and remastered games as good as the originals? Let me explain. Basically, with the release of the Spyro Reignited trilogy, I think it's a trilogy, it brought to mind the thought, are they ever as good as, or are they sometimes better than, the original? See, for example, you got your original Spyros, your original Crash Bandicoots, your original Stranger's Wrath even, which as you know is my favourite game. I played the original on the Xbox, and I have played the HD version, the HD remake, on Steam. And I don't know whether the original is better or the remake's better. I just really love the games, so, you know, it's hard to say. But I think I'm going to go with the original on that one because I don't recall there being quite as much swearing in the original. I think there was a little, but not quite as much as in the new one. I think they upped that a little. But my point is, it's a really good game, really fun. I really love it, and you know, I really do what I can. I really do enjoy playing it. However, as I said, sometimes the remakes are rubbish. And you go, I prefer the original, and that's fine. I mean, you know, that's what I say. So that's the question really. Are there any ever, would you say, where you look and go, that was the original, but you know what? They've taken it and they've improved it. I mean, looking at the Spyro, because I was watching a streamer playing the Spyro, I think they've really gone to town on that one, really gone ham on it, and really made it like extremely up to date. I mean, apparently, according to what the streamer was saying, they've done more than just update the graphics. They've put in new features. They've sort of done it. I don't know if it counts as a remake though, but they've done certain things with it and apparently really worked hard on it and made it look really good. Well, to be honest with you, I was looking at it and I think they've done it really good because apparently they've improved Spyro's running animation. They've updated the graphics, they've done all bits and pieces, and it looks really good. I was watching him play it and it looked really fun, like something I'd love to play. Now at the moment it's only on the PS4 and Xbox, and there's an irony, a Spyro game on an Xbox. Apparently it was PlayStation only before, whatever, I don't know. But honestly, I really do. I think, you know, sometimes they do go in and they do make them better. But sometimes they don't. Sometimes they make them worse. Sometimes the originals are times better. For example, when they made Oddworld New and Tasty, which was the remake of Abe's Odyssey, which was the first of the two games, people said they didn't like the look of Rupture Farms in the new one. It was too bright, too like with neons and too colourful and happy looking, because they said in the original it was a dark, dreary place, and that was what it was supposed to be because the workers there were slaves and being made to work there by the sligs and so on, right? Now I won't go on to explain the whole story because no spoilers, all that, but apparently people said that they didn't like the look of the Rupture Farms in the new one. It looked too happy, too bright, too neon, you know, too many neon lights and all that, yeah? I personally don't agree. I personally think, well, even if your workforce is that way, you're not going to advertise the fact that your workforce is that way, you know? You're going to try and make the place look happy and try and make the workers seem like they're happy to be there. Well, I mean, would make sense in my mind. So I don't know, but that's not the point. The point is, sometimes they are better, sometimes they are worse. It depends on the opinion of the people who are playing them and on what the devs do to the game. Like I say, to be honest with you, it's the same with films. When they start making films of video games, how many times have people said, oh, you know, they've absolutely ruined it? Because, for example, they were making a film of Ratchet and Clank, and I was like, please don't mess this up. But they did. It was the same writers, so they made a really good job of it. I mean, only touching on it briefly, but honestly, the real thing is, like I said, is when they start to mess about with... See, something else as well. Something else. They've started to bring back old games. Ratchet and Clank. Not Ratchet and Clank. Spyro. Crash Bandicoot. So on, so forth. They've started to bring back old games. Even Sonic Mania really is just fan service to the old Sonic games. It's... Yes, they've added some new levels and it's made it so it's almost like a new game, but basically you start with certain levels from previous games and then they've just added 1 or 2 new levels as they've gone, ones you've never seen before, but it's still basically, excuse me, it's still basically fan service. You've taken the old levels, mashed them together and made a new game out of them. It's fan service. Now, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. People who love Sonic the Hedgehog will love the game, and I like Sonic Mania. I've played it and I do like it. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. All I'm saying is it's technically a remake as well, because technically speaking, because they've taken old levels and redone them. Now, like I said, that was fan service because fans of Sonic wanted another Sonic game, but what they got was Sonic Forces, apparently, which everybody agreed was rubbish. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Sonic Forces, but even I have to admit that it was rubbish, because it was basically Sonic Dash, which is a mobile game where it's an endless runner, but it had a story to it included with it. So it was sort of like that. I mean, it wasn't completely, they did do some 2D levels as well, 2 side by side. But it was sort of like that, yeah? It was a bit. But this is the point. When they start messing about with games, it's always a 50-50 split whether or not they're going to improve them or ruin them. Sorry if you heard that. I don't know if you heard that, but somebody's in trouble. Anyway, let's move on. Yeah, as I say, sometimes it's a 50-50 split whether or not they'll improve them or ruin them with these games. But the thing is, at the end of the day, if you ask me, the originals are almost always better. Occasionally they get it right and they make the remakes, the remasters are better, but ultimately when it comes down to it, the originals are usually better, because the thing is as well, another reason why the originals are always better is because they are original. The remastered remakes, while good and allowing people to play games maybe they haven't played before, or maybe replay games that they played as a child and can't get hold of anymore, they are not original. They are taking the old games and re-releasing them. Yeah? The originals are just that. They're something nobody's ever seen before. They're original. So, you know, they've got that going for them as well. Anyway, if you have enjoyed what you have seen here, please leave me a like, a sub and a comment down below. Give me your opinion on whether you think the originals or the remastered remakes are better. Give me your opinion on that. If you have a topic that you'd like to hear me talk about in my vlogs, feel free. And if I ever make it to 200 subs on YouTube, I will go onto Twitch and I will live stream on Twitch, and you will be able to ask me anything you want on Twitch in the chat, and I will answer using a mic, obviously, about this time, so we'll see. But anyway, for now, I have been Joe Silver. This has been a vlog. Thank you very much. Goodbye.